Full circle.
Yeah, full circle. Naomi, so nice to see you again.
Lovely to see you.
Congratulations on this film. I was a huge fan of the first one. I thought this one just took it to the next level. You went so hard in this film, and this is truly my favorite performance of yours. You're like the ultimate scream queen.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I need a full Skye Riley album. Grieved You, Blood on White Satin. I'm obsessed with these songs. Did you have a full week where you were in studio just singing as Skye, and how did you prep for singing as Skye versus singing as Naomi?
That's a great question. First of all, the EP is out today. 5 songs, or six songs actually.
Oh my gosh, I only listened to the 2 this morning.
There's a whole EP, so you can listen when you want. So I got cast very quickly, and it was post-strike, so it was all very quick, and I well and truly got cast. The next day I was doing, I wrapped another movie, and after wrap got the call that I got the job for Smile. And next day I was doing like VFX stuff, and the day after I was in the studio. Wow. So it was really just like go, go, go. And what was amazing is there was already a lot of things in motion in terms of Parker's vision for Skye and like what she was as an artist. There were 3 songs already written, 2 of which were written and produced by a writer-producer called Ida Rose, and she's so talented. It was her vocal on the demo, and she'd kind of created this kind of sound, and she really was the blueprint for Skye in terms of together. I was like, let me lean into what you're doing here because I think this is interesting. And so together we kind of created that sound in terms of how she sings. I'm well and truly singing in character. It's not how I sing. I'm using my voice in different ways. I'm obviously singing with the accent, leaning into the pop of it. I'm singing out more in terms of I'm usually way more kind of breathy in the choices that I make, which was really fun because we were also able to co-write 2 other songs for the movie together. And at that point, we'd really solidified her sound. So
amazing. I love the sequence, the Smile dancer sequence. Yeah. Take me back to set that day because it's really kind of like a choreography, like dance attack on Skye.
Exactly that. And I think what was great actually was because they were the dancers. They were the same team as the song that I do, Blood on White Satin, on stage. We'd built up a rapport, we'd built up a trust, and so when it got very intense in terms of just the physicality of being, ripped apart by or whatever, there was that trust, which was great. But what's fantastic about them is physically they're able to move in a way that can lean into the non-humanness of it, which it's just incredible, obviously, how they storytell with their bodies. And but it was that what was really amazing is that them on top of each other was just such a fantastic shot. I think that's so cool.
Frightening.
Like frightening, unnerving, but kind of strangely beautiful as well in a way. Yeah. And obviously then with the merch and representing this kind of idea, I guess, of being so perceived and. Yeah.
Well, I love the themes of the mental health issues and stuff with Skye too. You just played the character so beautifully. I appreciate your time, Naomi.
Wow, thank you.
So nice to see you again. That ending, I cannot wait for audiences to see you in this insane performance.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes,
nice to see you again.
So much, Naomi.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Parker, so nice to meet you, and congratulations on the sequel. I've seen the first Smile 3 times, and this one lives up to the hype so much.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes, I love the extra element here that Skye is this huge pop star, and she's famous, so she has all of these eyes on her, and Naomi's singing is so incredible. Was there a whole week where you guys just did the songs in studio? How did that work?
Yeah, so we, based on our schedule, it actually was it was really intense. I mean, we had sort of been working on the songs, but Naomi was in the studio like 2 days after I cast her in the film.
Wow.
So it was like really intense, but yeah, all of the singing and the choreography, that was all on top of this really, really intense, character journey horror film that she had to be preparing for and then executing. And it was, she is a force of nature to have been able to do all of that.
For sure. One of the best sequences in the film, we see a little bit in the trailer, is like the smile dancers kind of invading Skye's apartment. It really is kind of like a dance choreographed scene, and Naomi and the dancers are incredible. Take me back to set that day.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly how I wanted it to feel, was like this choreographed attack, I think that what I really love about Smile is that it sort of worms its way into the cracks of a character's brain and sort of uses all the stuff in there, all this like really personal stuff against them. So it only felt natural to sort of build to this choreographed sequence. And on the day, we had these incredible dancers that we've been working with. Several of them are from her sort of backup dancer troupe that we've been seeing, so we might see some familiar faces in that group, plus some new ones that come in. But I worked very closely with my choreographer, Celia Ralston Hall, and Naomi to sort of build that. And it was this really interesting scenario of trying to make something that felt both like a very intense yet playful siege that then turns quite dangerous and frightening before the end of it. I love sort of walking that line between frightening and absurd, and getting an audience to be like, this is making me feel so many different ways. And I think when on set while we were doing it, everybody sort of felt like, oh wow, we're doing something really special here.
It was definitely a special scene. Well, I want a new Smile film every 2 years until I die. I am obsessed with this franchise. Do you have an idea in your head for a third film, or do you have an origin story in your head for the Smile Demon?
I feel like there's so many interesting roads that Smile could go down. What I really appreciate about Smile, what gets me excited about it is it's a really exciting way to tell character stories while having this big, extraordinary element that sort of comes in and invades their world. And so, right now I'm really excited to be releasing Smile 2, and we'll see how audiences respond to it. I really hope that they embrace it and connect with it. But I think it could be a really exciting future for Smile.
Well, last question for you. There's a line where Skye says, I just thought being successful and famous, it was going to get rid of all my problems. It does touch on PTSD and trauma. Her character has gone through a lot of that, and the Smile Demon really, relishes in that type of mind. Talk on that and the importance of mental health, kind of associating it with the Smile Demon, because it's a huge theme in this one specifically.
Definitely. I wanted to make sure that, when I first was coming up with the idea for Smile, that was so front and center in my brain. And in the first film, that was specifically Rose's story. And while we're touching on certain mental health aspects there, what's going on with Skye is completely different. It's a different angle. I wanted to sort of re-lens things thematically and with new motifs, new emotionality. And that, it's a film where there's a lot of stuff going bump in the night, but for me, I think the scariest element of it is really the human interior psychological element. I love being able to take sort of this exterior supernatural thing and kind of twist it together with Skye's psyche until they become indistinguishable from one another. For me, that's really frightening, and I hope that audiences feel the same way.
I think audiences are going to feel the same way. They are giving me the rap. Again, congratulations to you. I'm so excited for audiences to see Smile 2. That ending, that ending gives me chills. I need Smile 3, 4, and 5, Smile Again, whatever you want to call them. I'm here for it.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Parker. Appreciate your time.
We love it.
Thank